Welcome back to the Sibling Group Chat. I'm Owen.
And I'm Cassidy.
Today we are here with our April bonus episode. This is April, right?
This is the month of April. Happy tax day as we're recording.
Woot woot. Did you do your taxes?
I did do my taxes. Did you do your taxes?
Yeah. I don't have to do taxes yet. I don't make enough. I have never had a job that required me to do taxes yet.
Fun times. Yeah, I did my taxes all by myself for the first time this year.
That better be true, by the way, because if it's not, then the IRS is about to come get me.
Yeah.
I just gave myself away to the world. Yeah. No, I've never qualified to need to do taxes, or however that works.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not what our bonus content is going to be.
Today's bonus episode, ranking ways to do your taxes. Number 1, Dad.
Yeah, literally. Number 2, Dad taught you for 3 years, and by the next year, you finally felt ready to do it without having to text him more than 2 questions.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, today's episode is a ranking. We have not gone away from top 10s. If you have any ideas that don't involve a top 10, we would be great, because they're not coming.
Can't think of anything. Even, honestly, if you have ideas that are top 10s, we'll take those too, because we're even running out of top 10 ideas. So, just give us bonus episode ideas.
We did today... For all you people who are like, would you quit with the Disney? We went away from Disney.
We did.
We're doing non-Disney kids shows that we theoretically grew up watching, although some of them more than others, because we definitely watched more Disney kids shows than we did non-Disney kids shows.
Yeah.
Which means we'll probably end up ranking those at some point too.
Yes, but we wanted to pretend we're getting out of a rut, so here you are.
So make us feel good. Comment down below. Thank you for getting out of your Disney rut for a month.
Or comment down below and say, please go back to your Disney rut.
Or do that too.
Or please comment.
Comment down below.
Anything for engagement.
Just comment and say hi. We'll comment back and say, hey, what's up? How's it going?
As long as your comment is relevant to us and it's not just like a spam or hate comment, we're going to respond. So have no fear. Yeah.
So you want to get into it, I guess?
Yeah, I guess we should. You want to start?
I have a feeling this is going to be a little all over the place at the bottom half, and then it'll be very similar at the top half.
I would agree. I said this before we hit record. I'm not really sure if this is what my top 10 would have been as I was watching these shows as a kid, but this is what it is today. And everything under 5, I don't have strong feelings on its place, so...
I will say 9 and 10, I think I probably watched as much with my best friend as I did at home. In fact, I don't know if I ever watched number 9 by myself. I definitely played the games that go with number 9 by myself, but we're not on number 9 yet. We're at number 10. So at number 10, I have the Cat in the Hat show.
The Cat in the Hat knows a lot about that?
Yes.
I thought about putting that on here. I did like that show. It's not on my list. It would probably be on my honorable mentions had I written in honorable mentions, because I did think about it, but...
Yeah, I have a couple honorable mentions, but... See, for me, I don't remember the show in and of itself, I just remember the song.
Same. I don't really remember the show either. I just
Here
remember
we go,
books.
go, on an adventure, the thingamajig is up and away.
We could probably sing for every single one of these, but I don't know if we would get copyrighted for that.
I don't think... if we get copyrighted on anything, just go to YouTube, because YouTube won't copyright us because we're not making money.
That's true. That's true. So if this ends up being a YouTube exclusive, you know why. Yeah.
Like when our theme song just got randomly copyrighted after our first 30 episodes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was strange.
It was. Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot about the show. The Cat in the Hat knows a lot about that either. I do remember there was books. I feel like you would get them at the library, maybe. They were books, teaching about, basically the Cat in the Hat teaching you other things. They weren't really relevant to the Cat in the Hat, but they were called The Cat in the Hat knows a lot about that. Weren't they? Okay. Do you remember those?
Maybe vaguely. I don't know. As I said, I don't remember watching the show all that much. I just remember the song.
Yeah.
And if the song sticks in my head, I must have watched the show at least a few times, right?
Most likely, but I can sing the entire Bluey song, and I've never watched an episode, so...
Oh, well, I can't.
It's literally just Mom, Dad, Bingo, Bluey.
Wow.
I think those are the only words.
What's your number 10? Why don't you fill us in?
My number 10 is Thomas and Friends, which is the talking version of Thomas.
Well, see, I have mine a little bit higher. I have mine just slightly higher, but I also I added a note. I was like, it would be higher if I had watched more of the talking version and not the ones that we have on DVD.
Yes, the original Thomas, a little creepy. The talking version of Thomas, not so creepy.
In the original Thomas, do the trains talk? No, but their eyes move.
Yeah, I think, is it not stop motion? I've realized as an adult.
I think it might be,
I
yeah.
think it's stop motion. But yeah, their eyes just move. We were talking about Thomas at work the other week. My coworkers agreed that it was kind of creepy.
That's 2, that's 4, that's 6, that's 8.
I was just gonna sing for every single one of these. I could. I just don't know that I want to.
See, that one, I feel like I would have watched more, but I don't know why I didn't, because I liked Thomas, but I don't know if I just preferred the worst version when I was really little, or if we just didn't know it existed, or what.
Probably that. I mean, it was probably on PBS, and like we said, we almost exclusively watched Disney kids shows, other than these ones we're talking about today. So we just didn't gravitate
for a while.
The
but there's a fair amount of PBS shows that we watch, but a lot of them are ones we ended up with on DVD. Though,
yeah, so. And I think we just kind of would go through phases of liking different shows or not liking certain shows. Because no offense to Little Einsteins and Mickey Mouse, but if that's all that was on Disney Junior, we were hopping over to PBS for Nick.
Yeah, we always knew if you wake up and it's still Little Einsteins or Mickey Mouse, you woke up too early on a Saturday morning.
Yep, and that's probably when we were doing most of our PBS and Nick watching.
Yeah. I will say, having done this list, I realized how subpar Nick Jr. is, or was. I don't know what it's like these days.
Nick Jr. is just so geared towards preschoolers, even more so than some of these other ones, that if you, like, Disney shows you could watch when you were too old for, and they were still kind of good, Nick Jr. shows.
In fact, some Disney shows were so good that I kept watching them way past. I was like, I am into PJ Masks. These are my favorite superheroes.
Were you though, or was it the only thing that was on?
No, there was a point in time where my, like, you know the old DirecTV remote, right?
Yeah.
It had a nice previous button that was way more convenient than switching channels on Hulu Live TV. Anyway. The two channels that I would always have were Disney Junior and whichever ESPN channel or network had the most, like, best option for a sports game. I would go back and forth between Disney Junior and sports. Yeah. I was at an age where they both made sense to me.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think there's a whole lot of people who did that.
I do remember you watching a lot of PJ Masks. I just generally, because I was kind of over it by that point, I just felt like that was all that was on and that's what you were watching it. I don't think I realized you really liked it that much.
I don't know if I actually, I mean, I didn't mind it.
Bedtime is the right time to fight crime.
Or whatever his name is. Bedtime is the right time to fight crime. Yeah. So I really want to know if their superpowers enabled them to not need sleep, or what, or were they just really tired all the time?
You know, for this not being a Disney show ranking episode, we should start talking about.
We keep talking about Disney shows. Yeah. Anyway, back to it. What do you got at number 9 after?
Number 9 probably should be higher, but I just didn't watch as much as the other stuff. It's Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
What?
I know.
That's disrespectful to Mr. Rogers.
And I even feel that. But think about it. We only watched, 4 we had on DVD? It's not like we were watching it on TV. I'm not going to rank a show that I only watched 4
You and me definitely went about
of.
ranking Mr. Rogers in very different ways.
Okay. That's fine. I get there's some disrespect going on, but I'm just saying, I can't rank a show that I only watched 4 or 5 episodes of, granted on repeat, as high as
I think there was like 8 of them, because I think everyone had at least 2. I feel like there was at least 8 episodes.
I don't know.
We probably watched the circus one mostly.
That's true.
So that's probably why it felt like there wasn't very many.
The circus one and the restaurant one.
The restaurant one. Then there's also the one with like the music store.
There's the music store. Yeah. For anyone curious why it's so disrespectful, I put it this low. Our dad is a huge Mr. Rogers fan.
Very big.
Very big. You know, like Mr. Whitaker.
He once went to Pittsburgh for the sole purpose of going to see the Mr. Rogers part of the Heinz Museum in Pittsburgh. I mean, we went to look at the rest of it too, but that was the reason we were there.
Yeah, we went to the entire
What?
museum for one display.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool museum, though.
It is. Also, while we're on the topic, I feel like it's worth
Of
mentioning
Pittsburgh?
Daniel no, Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. Not bad for a remake.
Daniel Tiger is a solid spin-off series.
Yes. But anyway, what's
Yeah.
your number 9?
My number 9 is Wild Kratts. And I don't know that I ever watched this at home, but I watched it with a good friend, best buddy of mine. And also the computer games of Wild Kratts were like
I remember playing
top
those
tier
computer games. They were fun. I don't remember what they consisted
the
of, but I remember they
kangaroo
were fun.
kangaroo boxing and the cheetah racing games were like S tier computer games for an elementary kid.
Honestly, PBS Kids just had some good computer games.
It's true.
Yeah. I forgot Wild Kratts, to be honest. And I didn't look up a list until I couldn't think of very many more. So then as soon as I saw ones that I remembered, I just kind of stuck those ones on my list.
Yeah.
Wild Kratts.
And I'll just say, like, Wild Kratts, not necessarily like my favorite topic for a kids show. In terms of the show itself, was a very well done show, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It just wasn't my thing as a kid, and I only watched it with my friend, so
Yeah.
my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I got at number 9. At number 8 is where I put Thomas and Friends, because I feel like I watched the older Thomas show a decent amount because we had some of it on DVD, and then the new show's fine.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My number 8 was Go Diego Go.
Oh, I forgot about Dora and Diego.
That's disrespectful.
That is disrespectful.
Yeah.
Especially since I preferred Diego.
Yeah. It took me a second
I just like
because
the dog.
I was writing down the shows. Like, I know the show's not just called Diego. What was it called? I was like, Go Diego.
Isn't it like Animal Rescue?
I think it's just called Go Diego Go. I didn't actually look it up because I was fully confident that was the name, but I don't actually know. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
I think the show.
Their show is more about like animal rescue instead of learning Spanish and stopping Swiper.
Yeah, well, he was older than Dora, so I feel like he was allowed to be more educational. Like, we just learned directions and pointing in Spanish with Dora, and animal rescue with Diego.
Dora the show, meh. Dora the movie, pretty good and
good.
hilarious.
It's good for the same reason I think Lego Star Wars is good. It makes fun of the thing.
It makes
while
fun of
still
itself.
being the thing.
Yeah.
There's a bonus episode, Lego Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 8 is Diego. Good show. Like Dora more, hence the reason I haven't talked about it more, but Diego needed to be on here. So. Yeah. Around my number 7.
We're on to your number 7.
My number 7 was the Doodle Bops. And I can't tell you what this show was on. I don't even know how.
I feel like that dates you.
I think it probably does date me. I found out recently that even watching Dora apparently dates me. But I just remember, I think before you were even alive or old enough to be remembering watching shows, I used to watch that one. It's a weird show.
I don't remember the Doodlebots whatsoever.
Someone please tell me if you do remember them. I know I didn't make them up because I've found them on YouTube and tried showing to Owen. I'm like, seriously, you never watched this? But it was my jam for a while, so yeah. It was these people in like multicolored costumes, and I don't even remember what they did in the show, but it was a big part of my childhood for a time, so.
At number 7, I put Paw Patrol. I'm a big fan.
See, I think I was a little too old by the time you got into Paw Patrol. Like, I liked it, just not enough for it to be on my top 10 list.
I was too old for Paw Patrol when I got into Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
But it's a good show.
It is a good show. I definitely have had little kids be like, have you ever watched Paw Patrol? I was like, kid, I was watching Paw Patrol before you were even born.
I was there when the Paw Patrol was written.
Yes,
No.
do not cite the dark magic to me.
In fact, like I remember, I don't ever remember really watching the show before they started either adding new dogs or changing like Chase's, whatever
They changed
they
it from a
called
police
it.
officer to a spy, didn't they?
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know, they're changing other stuff. So I remember having seen random other parts. I'm like, what? What did they change it?
Yeah.
I used to be able to sing the entire intro down to the names of the dogs and everything. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I think I could probably sing it all, except for I don't think I could get all the names in the correct order.
I don't think I could name them in the correct order anymore, but
Yeah, it was a good show. There's a lot of shows that I do remember, I just didn't feel like were worthy of being in my top 10.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I did know this would be the one non-Disney show that I can think of that I probably was still watching into my alternating between sports and kids show phase.
Yeah. Well, it was big in that time. Like I was like Paw Patrol and PJ Masks were probably some of the last ones you were watching because they were the
Yeah.
biggest kid shows as we were aging out of kids shows, or you were aging out of kids shows.
Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol.
I said, we'll see how many of these kid songs I have stuck in my head.
Whenever there's a problem, round Adventure Bay. All right, that was my number 7. You already had your number 7, so I got number 6 now.
I think that's how that works. Yeah.
Yeah, I number 6. I put Dinosaur Train.
See, I thought about Dinosaur Train after we started recording, and I have no idea why I didn't think about it while I was making my list, because it would be on here somewhere.
The best evolution show I've ever seen in my life.
Right? We have friends who weren't allowed to watch this show, and our parents were like, "You're smart enough to know what they're teaching you is wrong. You can watch the show. It's a great show."
It's a great show.
Yes. I can sing that whole song too. Well, not the whole song. I can do the whole.
How does it start?
Once upon a time, there was a mom. Her name was Mrs.
It
Pteranodon.
was Mrs. Pteranodon.
Yeah. I don't know the whole
The
thing.
names were something,
Her names are
Tiny,
Tiny,
Shiny, and Dawn.
The Tiny said, "Wait, there's one more, Mom.
There's one more, Mom.
What am I doing in the Pteranodon nest?"
There's an episode, right, explaining how a T-Rex egg ends up in the Pteranodon nest.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't
I
remember.
feel like there better be, or else it's really just confusing.
It's an adoption story, okay? Don't bash it.
Well, I get that. I feel like they actually made an episode
I do
with
I
a
do think you're right.
backstory.
That I think there is one. Like it got dropped in their nest somehow. I don't know. Or rolled in.
By the way, if you're allowed to forget Dinosaur Train, I think it's okay that I forgot Dora and Diego.
That's true. That's true. But I remember Dinosaur Train after we started recording. I just didn't want to bring them up before I was sure you did. So. Yeah.
What's your number 6?
My number 6 is Dora the Explorer.
Okay.
I'm a big fan. All the
I forgot
right
about
now.
them. It wouldn't have. Dora was not making my top 10, regardless of if I would have remembered or not. So.
Dora was one of the shows that I watched a lot. So I had a lot of Dora stuff.
Do you still have the map or the backpack or whatever it was you used to have?
But I did used to have the map and backpack, and I had a Dora memory game, and I had a Dora blanket. I had a Dora.
Dora memory was goated.
Yeah.
Loved that game.
Dora memory was great, and there was some of the cards in that game that had got creased or they had misprints on them, so you knew which matches they were. There was never cheating going on in Dora memory at all.
Of course not.
Yeah, it's a great.
I feel like it got to the point where you could almost do all of them if you had like looked at our set enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a go-to family game when we were little.
I feel like it was go-to until it got too controversial.
Well, yeah, until I got to the point where it's like, okay, you guys just know them all. Fights are breaking out over Pirate Diego. I think we're done.
Those pants, though.
Those pants. Yeah.
Okay. On to number 5, is it? I believe for you.
Yes. My number 5 is the Berenstain Bears.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have them slightly higher.
Okay. Yeah. This is the show that I don't think I ever watched on TV. I think I just watched what we had on DVD of it. Actually,
we have quite a bit of it on
we
DVD.
had quite a bit on DVD, and then I think actually the show we have on DVD is different than the movies I would check out from the library when I was really little. So there's the movie
I think,
The
yeah,
Messy Room.
The show... Yeah.
And I think that's different than
I think
the
it's
show.
like a newer version.
I think the show was newer, yeah. Yeah, because it was definitely I have vivid memories of the it's probably still a show because I don't think it was like movie length, but there's one of the Messy Room because I just remember Mama like rampaging up the stairs to the box, and like if it like switches to like Papa Bear out in the workshop and like he can hear Mama rampaging up the stairs and he's like, what is going on?
I think the like older ones like that I'm thinking of are like almost like the book in video form.
Yeah.
And the show is
Its own thing.
less based
Yeah.
on the books.
Like, some of it was
Yeah.
based on the books, but it kind of did its own thing. Yeah, the
Yeah.
show was great. We quote that show. Yeah. With some raspberry jam on your toast. Or the strawberry jam on your toast.
That one.
Yeah.
More gooey gums.
That had to have been the first episode on the DVD, because that is probably the most quoted one.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only quoted one.
Yeah, well, yeah, I can't remember if I quote. I remember the pretty factual one, but I don't know if I ever quote the
I remember that episode. I don't know if I. Oh well, there's also a quote about puzzles. It's too many sky pieces and way too many ocean pieces.
Yeah, that's the one where they clean out their stuff and take it to the nursing home or something.
Yeah.
There was also, did you ever read, there was Branston Bear chapter books? Our library had those. I really liked those.
Maybe. I don't know. I liked the ones, and we have a lot of them, where they're more like
Christian Branston Bears.
They're newer, I guess. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yes.
We have a lot of those.
Yeah.
Ones.
Yeah, Branston Bears is a good show.
Number 5 now for me. That's where I put Clifford, the big red dog.
I had Clifford a little higher because I love Clifford.
I figured you would, because I feel like you're more into Clifford than I was.
Yeah, we have.
Because Clifford was like your thing.
Yeah, we have. I mean, I guess I don't know how long the show was, but we've got up close to the entire show on DVD. I've got a Clifford ornament. We had tons of Clifford books. Yeah, Clifford was a big thing to me. Have you ever watched the Clifford as a puppy show? I know there is one, but I've never watched it.
I don't think so.
Yeah. But again, this is a show we didn't watch on TV. We had it on DVD, so. It's a great show. I actually watched it recently because after I moved, I added Tubi to my TV, and Clifford is on Tubi. So
it's on Tubi.
Yeah.
And I'll just say, I don't remember any specific quotes or anything from the show.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, the one girl says the word pizzazz all the time.
It's just in one episode, but yeah.
Is that really? She's only in one episode?
No,
or
she's in multiple. I think just the word pizzazz is one episode.
The word pizzazz?
Yeah.
For some reason, the word pizzazz makes me think of the clip.
Yeah, well, I think our dad would quote that one a lot. But if I remember correctly, in that episode, Emily Elizabeth was having a birthday party, and Jedda's like, well, my birthday party's going to be better because it has pizzazz. And so, yeah. Jedda was just always
what are Clifford's friends' name?
Chloe and
T-Bone and Chloe,
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. It's a great show.
I just realized I forgot something.
Oh, dear. I'll have to see if I bring it up.
A fantastic DVD show that I don't know when it was ever on TV or if we ever could have even watched on TV, but it's a fantastic show we have on DVD. Hopefully you remember.
If I didn't, we could talk about it at the end.
Remembered. Yeah. Because I remembered something, okay. And now multiple are going quotes that need to be mentioned.
Yeah. Okay. What are we on to now?
Okay. We're on to my number 4, which is where I put the Bernstein Bears.
Okay. Nice.
So,
yeah.
We had kind of talked about them, but I just had them slightly higher.
Yeah. My number 4 is Curious George.
Okay.
Which?
I mean, we're just like ladder hopping each other right now.
It's just because I have Dora on there, I guess. Throws it off.
Yeah.
But no, Curious George, our mom is a huge fan of Curious George, so we had like the entire show on DVD. So again, not a show we really watched on TV because we had it all on DVD.
Yeah. You know, how big of a fan of Mr. Rogers fan our dad is, our mom might be a bigger Curious George fan in terms of how much stuff she has for it anyway.
Our dad grew up watching Mr. Rogers, but he doesn't have a ton of Mr. Rogers stuff. Our mom just really, as an adult, fell in love with Curious George and then used us as her children as part of her excuse to buy Curious George stuff. Although not her entire excuse, because some of that stuff we never used. So.
Yeah. But the Curious George storybook collections or whatever, great.
Yes. Yeah. Books were great. Show is great. It's because of the Curious George.
Isn't there a...
What?
There's a what?
I was just saying, it's because of the Curious George show that I forever have to sit and think about what the differences is between cannoli and gnocchi. Because in the show...
Gnocchi is a cat. What do you mean?
The cat is named Gnocchi, and they eat cannoli. But I can never remember what the food gnocchi and the food cannoli. I always just sit and think about what each one is because of that show.
There's a lot of great episodes of Curious George, and also the in between things where like kids were making like crafts
Yeah.
and stuff for fun.
Yeah.
The one Curious George episode that specifically sticks in my head is the one where George tries for an entire half-hour episode to get an ice cream cat from the restaurant or whatever home and fails so many
Yeah,
times.
and the chef just keeps giving them to him. Doesn't the Nathaniel hat come home and be like, what's with all the melted ice cream cats, George? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think of that one, or the one where he's washing windows. But it's still too dark to read.
Too dark to
We
read.
quote that a lot.
I feel like that was like a somewhat recent development.
Yeah.
I don't remember what made us start doing it, but like, but it's still too
Yeah.
dark to read.
Another one is the one with Baby Panda. Baby
Baby
Panda.
Panda.
Baby. Or the one where he goes to space is cool.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I don't remember why. Well, he ends up going to space because he's like the only one small enough to like fit these shapes into something.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I also like how like the show almost had two different vibes, whether they were in their apartment in the city or they were living out in the country. Like they had lots of different adventures because they had two locations that they lived in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's a monkey.
Yeah, and he's a monkey, so yeah, he's a good little monkey, but always very curious.
Yeah. We're on to your number, your number 4 was Curious
Yeah,
George.
so we're
So we're on to number 3.
my number 3.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Okay.
Yes,
That makes
big
sense.
fan.
And my number 3 is Curious George. So 2 that we both already talked
Yeah.
about and have a little bit different order, I guess. but-
Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me though that I have Clifford
No.
higher than you do.
Yeah, that makes sense to me too.
Yeah.
My number 2 is Liberty Kids.
Okay. I got him a little higher than that.
Not surprised. And I have it in parentheses, an apostrophe S,
Right.
because it's apparently called like Liberty's
Yeah.
Kids, but never once in my life have I called
No,
it that.
I did type it as Liberty's Kids, but I was like, that's not what it is. It's Liberty Kids.
I put it like in parentheses of like apostrophe S because nobody calls it
No,
that.
it just flow off the tongue well. Liberty's Kids? No. Liberty Kids.
It's Liberty Kids.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just a great show. You know, especially if you're really into Revolutionary War history, which is probably, I mean, yeah, I mean, we might be into it a little bit more than some kids probably were, but it's a great show regardless.
Very educational, but also like good storylines.
Very, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if that's the reason or if I liked the show so much because of my love of Revolutionary War history or if it was like they kind of both helped my I don't know.
Yeah.
I cuz like I don't know. Cuz when we went to Yorktown, I had to have been like 8 maybe, 7, and I was already really into Revolutionary War history then.
Yeah.
'cause
Well, also our dad is super
I
into
was so
Revolutionary War
excited to go to
history,
Yorktown.
so
Well, that's true, but
Yeah.
I don't remember him ever being like, "Now, kids, sit down and we're going to learn about history."
yeah, I don't know.
Like it's something like we would go to historical sites, but I feel like it's something that we weren't necessarily forced into. We just happened to like our whole family likes history,
Yeah.
and I don't think our parents were like, "You will like history."
Well, I think also, I don't know if this is to the credit of our parents or just stuff we found as kids, we were into a lot of Revolutionary War kids stuff because there's also Magic Treehouse books where they go back to the Revolutionary War, and I really liked those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the Washington crossing the Delaware one, but I was into Magic Treehouse a little bit less and after you were.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Liberty Kids is great, and it's why I think I referenced this on the show before when we did the day Independence came. Walter Cronkite will always be the voice of Benjamin Franklin to me because of this show. So
yeah. Liberty Kids is also something. Even if I would like, I'm planning to be an elementary teacher, so it would be way easier to use in my classroom as an elementary teacher. If I was going to be a high school history teacher, which is what I would teach if I changed to secondary education, I would still probably find a reason to use at least one episode of Liberty Kids for a high school class, and my high schoolers would love it.
yes, which if you could only do one episode, which one would you do? Would you do the first one just
I don't
because it
know.
introduces the characters and it's the Boston Tea Party, or is there another one that you feel like this has to be the one they watch?
You can do that one. You can do Yorktown. You can do the Nathan Hale one. You can do the Benedict Arnold one.
Yeah.
Um,
Fort Ticonderoga. I
feel
mean,
like
they
it would
cover it all.
Yeah, I mean they do a great job.
Mm-hmm.
It's the like if whoever was responsible for that making that show, like PBS obviously, but whoever else was involved in that, if they had decided to make a similar type show with future historical events, it would have been great.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been good. Also, a fantastic theme song, so 10 out of
Yes.
10.
The only time where I will attempt to rap.
Right?
I won't do it here. That's one thing. I don't care how good the song is. I'm not doing it here.
Yeah. Just know we can. If you know us in real life, we can.
We can do the whole Liberty Kids theme song.
Yes. Just that knowledge has to be enough because we're not going to do it for you. We're not cool enough to share it with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got?
My number 2 is Strawberry Shortcake.
Okay.
Again.
So you did forget the same thing I forgot.
And I think I know what the thing is because I think it's a thing that my mom told me about after we recorded. Or I made my list.
Okay.
But anyway, my number 2 is Strawberry Shortcake. Again, something I was hugely into. Probably by my parents' choosing because it was my first birthday party theme. But then I was really into it. We had a ton of it on DVD.
You didn't choose your first birthday party theme?
I'm not that I recall. No. I mean, your first birthday theme.
What was my first birthday?
Thomas the Tank Engine.
It was blue.
It was Thomas.
Was it?
Yeah, because
Okay.
you had a train cake.
I feel like that was my second birthday.
Nope. I think your second birthday might have been Handy Manny.
Maybe. I feel like that was my third birthday.
Well, your first birthday was definitely Thomas the Tank Engine.
I don't know about that.
I do. Ask Mom to.
I know my fourth birthday, though. My fourth birthday was construction because that was a cool cake.
I
don't even remember the cake. I just like the pictures.
Yeah.
For not being someone who has like a lot of experience in like the baking industry, she was really good at cool cakes.
Yep.
Our mom.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she made some good ones.
The best cool cake she ever made by far, though, was the Piece of Resistance. Like the level of difficulty there, like
So hard. Like, she got the angles right and everything.
everyone really, it's a red, not quite rectangle.
Yeah.
Woohoo! No, it is a piece of resistance.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, Strawberry Shortcake was a big thing. Still is, actually. Strawberry Shortcake made a comeback recently.
Hi, man, land.
Yeah. Stupendous. Actually, we post Strawberry Shortcake a lot, too. Plums are only hope. Weird, dude.
Weird doom.
And honestly, most of the stuff that we're saying we quote a lot, our parents quote.
Our parents quote a lot.
Because they were watching these shows along with us, so they stuck in their heads. Yeah. Yep. Well, my number 1 is Liberty's Kids, which we already discussed. So I have no idea what your number 1 is.
Yeah, my number 1 is Mr. Rogers,
Oh, okay.
which we already discussed. I felt like he deserved that respect,
The respect.
regardless of how much I watched it as a kid.
Well, does he deserve that much respect? Yes, but this is a ranking of the shows I watched as a kid, and I just didn't watch that much Mr. Rogers.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I can get why you would put him at number 1.
It felt like the respect thing. You know?
I get it. How about this? He's above.
And it's a
my
good
number
show.
1.
It is a good show.
It's a great show. Yes.
Mr. Rogers made, well, not only did he have good, like, just advice for being a nice person, he made educational things way more interesting than some other educational shows.
Yeah.
Like Little Einsteins.
I can't wait till the Disney episode where we just hate on Little Einsteins the whole time. But if we were ranking Disney shows by their educational value.
I don't know. I felt like it set a nice bar there.
Yes, it is. I'd say it probably is the bar for children's shows.
Yeah, especially non-Disney children's shows.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I think we both.
Yeah, that's our top 10.
I think we're both thinking of the same show we forgot. I think
Is it Busy
it's
Town
Busy
Mysteries?
Town Mysteries. Yeah.
We were halfway through, and all of a sudden, you know what popped into my head is cookie coupons.
Yeah, that's the one I called or I was talking with our mom right before we recorded this, and I told her what we were doing. She's like, "Oh, do you have Busy Town Mysteries?" I was like, "No, I forgot Busy Town Mysteries, but it would definitely be on there."
Yeah. I don't know where it would probably slide in somewhere in the Paw Patrol Thomas and Friends region for me.
Yeah, it would definitely be.
Maybe about dinosaurs. I don't know. It'd be somewhere in the 6 to 8 range.
Yeah, that's probably about where it would have ended up for me too. But yeah, that was a great show. That again, we just had on DVD.
We just had it on DVD. We once watched the entirety of it in one sitting, or at least attempted to, and got further than is healthy.
I think we only ever got all the way through once, but we definitely tried way more than once.
Yeah, and to its credit, it's so good that we never actually watched all of the other Busy Town series we had on DVD.
Yeah, no, we just stuck with Busy Town Mysteries.
Because there's the cookie coupons episode, which we've just mentioned, and then there's the mummy episode, which I believe is the first one on that disc. And, yeah. Another thing we randomly will quote from time to time is
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great show. I couldn't believe I forgot it. Once we got halfway through, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, also good music in that show.
You haven't. Yeah, what?
I said that show also has great music.
Did you have any honorable mentions?
I didn't because I could barely come up with 10, but I'll concur along with your honorable mentions, I'm sure.
Honorable mentions. My first honorable mention is one that I don't feel like I was never into, but at the same time I watched it more than made sense. Is Bubble Guppies. It's kind of just a silly show.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the video of the guy crashing out over
the lunch?
The one swimming. No, well, there's the lunch, but him swimming down from a tree and the fire truck
and
underwater.
The firefighter has to get
and he swims down from the tree.
Yeah. Yeah, I did watching a fair amount of that show. I think just because it was on at the time we were allowed to watch TV.
Probably. And there wasn't anything.
There wasn't anything else. And I also remember watching it with kids I babysat, but after I had watched it. Yeah.
I will still, from time to time, I'll go, what time is it? It's time for lunch.
What time is it? It's time for lunch. It's lunchtime. Hey, what's
that? And outside,
outside,
everybody outside.
You could use when you're a teacher, you're gonna be using those in your classroom, but your kids are gonna be like, "What is he talking about?" Is Bubble Guppies even still on? Do kids today even know?
I don't know. There's gonna be that one random kid who's seen it who's like, "Why are you quoting Bubble Guppies?"
Yeah, like because I'm an elementary teacher, so I can get away with quoting whatever I want.
Exactly. I have two more honorable mentions. I have Bob the Builder. I don't know that we ever watched it on TV. We have a few on DVD, and it's fun, but it's also kind of boring a little bit.
I also feel like
is that stop motion-ish too?
I don't think it's stop motion, but it's claymation.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So I feel like
I will say though, but like, have you ever seen the reels talking about? Yeah, it's not as good as Handy Manny, and that's why I don't think we watched it as much. You're seeing the reels being like, yes, I was the kid who, when Bob the Builder said, "Can we fix it?" I said no.
Yeah.
Like, this is where my villain arc started. Yeah. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? No.
Yep. I can sing that. That's the song that'll randomly every once in a while go Scoot, Muck, and Dizzy, and Rocky too.
Bob the Builder, can we fix it?
No.
Bob the Builder, yes we can.
Yeah.
My last honorable mention is one that I don't know that I ever remember actually watching, but I feel like it's a good kids show, and I enjoyed the books of it that I read, so I just threw Arthur on there because I felt like he deserved a shout out.
I actually thought about Arthur too, and I think the only Arthur we watched was ones we would check out from the library, because there was one where they meet the Backstreet Boys. That's my only context for the Backstreet Boys is when they were on Arthur. And then there's one where Francine's head
That's where the quote. Oh.
I think Arthur was well, obviously he had to have been imagining it, but there's one where they like shook Francine.
No, there's a show where Francine dies.
No, it's like they shook up a soda bottle and it exploded, and then they were saying that Francine was gonna do the same thing. Then I think her head landed in Muffy's yard. I don't know.
Sounds about right. No, isn't that also where the quote, I'll never see the outskirts of town,
Yeah,
comes from?
yeah. I think there's like a baseball themed one. There's like a few Arthur DVDs that I checked out at the library so many times that my mom started banning them. So
Sounds about right.
yeah,
Wait, so you're telling me that for me, she had to ban shirts, and for you, she said to ban DVDs? Like, that seems like a way more normal thing to ban than shirts.
yeah. Well, she honestly just had to ban my library choices because I was choosing the same DVDs and books over and over again. She was tired of them. So yeah,
She apparently decided it wasn't worth it to do that with me, or else I feel like my
scaredy squirrel.
tastes in reading would be much more wide than they are now.
Maybe that's why I'm a more diverse reader than you are, because she just let you check out the same books over and over again, and she made me choose new ones.
I feel like that's part of it.
Yeah, honestly.
Either that, or there's just enough sports books for me to be diverse enough within sports books.
Yeah, we're coming to big conclusions here today, folks.
Yeah, and just for context, I would just wear the same shirt like every other day in elementary school because my mom did my laundry at the time, and she washed my shirts very regularly.
So you just wore them again.
And so it got to the point where she stopped putting them in my closet until I had worn a few other shirts.
Yep. I feel like
Anyway, it has nothing to do with tier or ranking
no.
shows, and I think we've run out of
Yeah.
out of.
There's other shows that come to mind, but aren't like worthy of being considered as like honorable mentions. Like Max and Ruby came to mind. I'm not.
I thought
that's
about
not
that
an
one.
honorable mention, but
I saw Peg plus Cat on a list I looked
too.
up.
I mean, it was Peg plus Cat. Nah.
Nah. I saw Sid the Science
I
Kid.
didn't watch that one very much. Super Y though. I watched Super Y.
Oh, Super right. Speaking of another one with a fun computer game, I don't even remember what you did. I just remember it was fun and it had a little ship that you could change the colors of.
Yeah, one of my favorite computer games was this one Curious George one where you like painted a painting and each color had a different musical note. So after you painted it, you got to play it and it played them in the order that you put your notes. And so if you were really thinking about it, you could compose music. Was I doing that? No, but it could have been done.
It sounds like how George would do it. Though.
Yeah.
Like if George was really thinking about it, he could have composed music. But did George do it like that? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really making me want to see if I can find some random second party version of Wildcat computer games now, because I've found random other computer games from my childhood on maybe slightly sketchy websites. But
The other PBS Kids games not still around? I mean, maybe you can still play them.
I don't think so. Maybe I'll just have to look. You'll see if Wildcat Kangaroo Boxing is still available.
Maybe.
But yeah, I feel like that'll about do it for today. Stay tuned, by the way. I'm going to try to put together some bloopers at the end of this video. And if there's none there, just know that's because I'm a bad editor and not because there wasn't any.
Yeah, because my location change led to some bloopers. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, we thank you for watching and or listening. Comment anything at all, but especially if you have bonus ideas. And
or thoughts about these shows that we talked about.
Yeah. Subscribe to your other podcast, follow us Facebook and Instagram, and we'll see you next week, Tuesday, for another Odyssey review.
Yep. Bye. I haven't seen a ton of it. I've seen an episode here.
Oh, hello. You seem to be gone. Can you hear me? This is going to be a fun outtake. Well, I guess I'm by myself for the rest of the podcast today, everybody. So, number... Apparently Cassie's phone is too hot, so I'm just going to rank everything by myself. Yeah, I'm not really sure, folks, if we're going to be restarting here, or if I'm by myself, or what's going on. So, it's now just the sibling, There is no group chat. Speaking of the Mr. Rogers disrespect. Loki, I have it at number 1, so don't tell anybody. Oh, hi, you're back.
Hi. I can't flip my camera, but look where I'm gonna watch while I record.
Oh, the suffering.
I know, it's terrible.